So my name is Pat Brennan. I work for Field Industries. I'm the Vice President of People and Finances. What we do is we're a distributor of piping products, and our customers are typically the same customers that are supplying the oil and gas business. That's a big part of our business. My background is in finance. However, our company is pretty small, so we have to wear a lot of different hats, and so the HR side of that is under me as well. C12 is just a really awesome program, Christian-based faith program that there's just very talented people in that organization that help you with your faith and how to share that in the workplace, but also helps you with the business side of it. I mean, it's just very, very effective. We meet once a month with our peers to go through the program, and everything's confidential. You can share things and bring up issues, and usually there's really good advice from the other people that are attending, as well as the leader of that meeting. The culture is great, right? I mean, I've worked in a lot of different industries or different companies. I worked in the oil and gas business at Shell. I worked with Albertsons for many years as a controller. This is the first place that I felt that your faith could be openly shared and spoken about and encouraged, right? And so, for me, this is a great place for me to finish my career off. It's a blessing. I feel like it's truly a blessing from God. Recently, I've taken on the role of CARES captain. We have 3 other CARES members that are on the team, and then we talk about a lot of different things: how we can serve internally our company, how we can minister to our community, and I think at some point we'll look at things globally and how we can serve globally. We strive to do something once a quarter, right, in ministry, and I think we focus mostly on the local ministry, right? But I think some of the things that we since the CARES Catalyst program that we've been able to do is we did Mission of Yahweh, which is a great organization. I mean, the minute I was introduced to them, I said, I want to be part of this. I want to, because it's not a handout, it's a help up. And that's what really encouraged me about that particular program that the CARES Catalyst shared with us. And then the other thing is we do a internal, kind of serving internally. We've got a shout out program where we have 3 boxes that are in our offices that you can share somebody that you want to do a shout out with if you want prayers for something, and then there's a CARES fund. And we recently, actually, really cool, we had an employee that his son really had some medical issues, brand new son. He was getting a lot of medical bills, and it was just a really difficult financial time for him. We were able to, with the help of a private donor, with the matching of the company of Field Industries, and then the donations from the employees, we were able to come up with $1,500 in a pretty quick time. And I remember the day we shared it with the employee, and you could see the emotion on his face. It was a very neat thing to do. And I think it even affected the rest of the employees in a real positive way. I've actually had 2 employees come to me during these kinds of events and these faith-based things that we do that have said, this is why I work at Field. So it does bring cohesiveness. There's a bigger meaning than just bringing home a paycheck, right? Because I think a lot of the employees there feel that this mission and this faith is bigger than, we are. And so I think it's been very positive. A few days ago, we had a CARES team kickoff meeting, with, myself and 2 other members. There's a total of 3 members besides me. One of them couldn't make it, but that meeting, both of those other members of that team were very excited about the program. In fact, they both came up to me afterwards and said, "Pat, I'm in 100%. I want to be part of this." And so it was really very effective the way it was presented. They understood the reason, and of course they've seen some of the results of the CARES program, like the one we mentioned earlier. So yeah, it's been very positively received. CARES Catalyst really, I think, helps keep me focused on what's important, what the big picture is. Well, I think we tend to, in business, look at our revenue, look at our profit, look at our to-do list. What do we got to, get done today? And sometimes we got to be pulled out of that and say, okay, what's really important? Well, what's really important is sharing Christ. But also what's important is building a good team and the health of the company. And quite frankly, those things go together, I think, when we focus on helping each other, helping our community, and eventually we'll do this globally. It builds cohesiveness in the team. And I probably mentioned this already, but I've had 2 people tell me this is why I work at Field Industries. I think by focusing on others and not on ourselves is just a real positive thing for human nature, right? And so I think it really helps the morale of our company, even during difficult times. One of the things that I really like about Peter is that his faith is he just wears it right on his sleeve, right? He cares for sharing the gospel, and he cares for people. It's just obvious, right? But not only that, but Peter is very organized. He knows when to insert himself to, move stuff along. And it's refreshing because it's almost like, okay, I know this isn't something I have to focus on a lot because I know Peter's going to kind of make sure I'm on track. It's nice to have someone pushing you in a direction that you need to go, but it's in a really positive manner. Having someone keep you focused on those important things, caring for your team internally and ministering to the community. You need someone to help you stay on track, right? And then he brings a lot of options, and presents them. He encourages us to go to visit different operations. And that, when you do that, that gets you emotionally involved. And so it tends to really drive it, give the whole CARES Catalyst energy. And because you get connected with that program. And so it's, working with Peter has just been really a good experience, really, really good experience. And I know that we're going to get people rallied around this, our team, more and more. I mean, we're just at the very beginning of this, but I think it's just going to grow and just really help our organization in many ways. And we're going to share the gospel through what we do. Maybe not so much what we say, but what we do. So I think that's important.